everybody. Hello. It's a lovely sunny day here, which is nice to see. Yes, Louise, I didn't see it because, as I said, my notifications weren't on because I hadn't logged in on my new phone. So thank you very much for that. And I'm glad you mentioned it because I wouldn't have known. I would have discovered it later on down the line and gone, oh no. So if anybody else has bought me a coffee, thank you very much. On PayPal, there is a link on my main channel site. It's just like one of the links. I think there's a little button for it possibly as well. Not really sure. Can't remember how it works. But anyway, it's on there. So if you'd like to help me out, help the channel out, that is very much needed right now. So if you can, that would be very helpful. So thank you very much. Hi to everybody who I didn't manage to say hello to. I was rushing around. No surprise. I was rushing around. I wasn't going to make a sample card, but then I suddenly thought, you know what, let me quickly make a sample card. So I've made a sample card and it's not completely finished, but at least I've got something to show you before we start. So that helps. Hi, Ali. Hi, Angelique. Oh, nice. Hi, Linda and Josie and Liz and Anne and Joanne and everybody else above that. Honeywell Crafts, everybody else who I've missed. Hello to you all. Right, let's do our little housekeeping thing that we have to do. So this is obviously for those of you who are watching this back later on, this is a live stream. It will be chatty. If you don't like the chat, you can either skip through the parts you don't want to see, or you can come and join us because it's more interesting if you come and join us, or you can wait and eventually there will be an edited version and it will come up at some point. I also want to say a massive thank you to all my members. So bronze members, you know who you are. Thank you very much. If you want to become part of one of my members, my crafty icicles, you can. There is a link in the description below as to how to do it. Currently, I've got 2 tiers. I've got bronze and I've got silver, and it just helps the channel out, to be honest with you. It really does. And obviously you get perks depending on which tier you go for, if you go for bronze or if you go for silver. All the details are down in the description below. If you click on it and go to memberships, you'll see. So yes, thank you for that. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you never miss a video. Hi Megan. Oh good, I'm glad you're able to watch it. It's much more interesting when you join the live stream, Megan, can I just say? It really is. I'm not a big fan of watching live streams like replays of, because they just get irritating listening to everyone chatting around. So yeah, but it's good when you join in, you actually get to be involved and you get a mention and it's cool. So yeah, you get to be part of it. Hi Sandra, hi Zanya. So I've got a Pinterest board and it's called Iced Images Inspiration. So there's a link in the description below. If you click on that, then you can ask to be I can't remember what the terminology is, but I will approve you that you can, you know, obviously add things to the board and whatever. You can put pictures up of things you've made. It's just nice because we can share our makes then. So that's cool. And then I've also got a Reddit community as well. And again, on there, there's a few of us on there. I think it's about 8 of us at the moment on there. And again, you can add pictures of what you've made. It's always nice to see what people have made. If you've got questions, you can ask me stuff on there. You can put on suggestions, maybe interesting craft items that you've found, or things that craft items you've inherited from way back when, not quite sure what to do with them. You know, I might not be able to answer, but I can have a go. So yeah, so that's that. Hi Teresona, hi Sandra, hi Inga. I'm not very good with pronunciations, so bear with. Right, so the kit, I'm going to show you my sample card first. Have I done everything I need to do? Yes. I am not doing digital giveaways at the moment just because of finances. I need to be saving. I need to save some money. So this is a sample card we're doing today, and I've called it a 5x7 extended barn door gatefold card. That's a very long title, but it kind of sums up what it is. Now, there will be, on the one we're doing today, a sentiment here. And basically, these 2 flaps tuck underneath the sentiment. If I show you my original, so this is like my original. So there's your sentiment. And these 2 fold underneath like that. So that's how it comes in the envelope. And the recipient just has to open it like that. So that's the idea. And then what I thought we could do, because unless you want to write on the back, but it's sort of intersect, you know, it's sort of quite narrow, I thought we could maybe use this as like a card and actually use that for where we write our message. So that's the idea of it. I thought I'd do my sample card in plain male colours, because everyone's always asking about mail cards and they were struggling. So these papers, as you guys might know, I'm on the DRK crafts design team. They've just kind of refreshed it again because it's like every year they kind of, you know, either refresh or add or whatever. And I'm still on it, which is great because I was very excited to be on it. And so I've used some of their papers. Oh, and I've used, this is a very well loved paper pad, the Bon Voyage paper pad. Now I believe they've got quite a few of these, so you know this is great for male papers. It's great for female as well. Anybody you know who likes traveling, this is kind of perfect for them. And a bonus, which they've just done, I've got a code. So if you use the code Louise Makes on DRK Crafts, you'll get 5% off. The only downside is I don't think they ship outside of the UK. So if you're in the UK, you can use this. I don't know about Europe. I'm pretty sure they don't ship to America. But if you're in the UK and this applies to you, then go and use my code. They've got loads of stuff over there. They're getting a bit low on paper pads. They do have quite a few. Most of them I've got, and they're great. I've done an order, so I will be getting that soon. But they've got lots of like good staple things. Like they've got some really nice just card, glitter card, plain card, textured card, foiled, mirrored, and then they've got other brands. They do We Are Memory Keepers. They've got Dress My Craft, I think it's called. I think, do you remember that? I remember the sprinkles I had that I used a while ago. They've got loads, dot and dab, they've got spin, they got soft crafts, they've got cross stitch stuff over there, they've got loads. Go and have a look. And they're all really good prices as well. So, but that was the paper pad I used for this. So yeah, so if you get a chance to go and have a look, please do. So this doesn't look very exciting because I haven't finished it yet, but that's what I didn't answer all the comments prior to me going live because I was rushing trying to get this stuff down. Deb, you've just finished recording 2 card makes for YouTube. Just need to edit them now, but you're taking a break to watch me. Oh, thank you, Deb. That's good. I know. You'll have to. I'll have to check out your channel. Is it Deb Hallett? Is that your channel? I'll have to have a look at that after. Fabulous. Right. Okay. So that is what we're doing. So the papers I'm actually using for today's card is going to be the Holly Sprigs pack. And oh, let me just grab my pack. So this comes as a digital pack. So this is available on Etsy. So if you go over to my, where has it gone? My Etsy shop. She says trying to find it and I can't find it. There we go. Add to stage. There we go. Disappeared. Technical difficulties there. So yeah, if you go over to Etsy, iceimages.etsy.com, you'll see that pack. If you want to, if you don't have a printer, so you can't print it off. I mean, you could use it digitally as like screensaver or wallpaper on your phone or whatever if you wanted to. But if you want to actually buy the actual pads themselves, they are available on Amazon. So these are all the places on Amazon they are available. You can use VPNs and stuff to be able to get if none of those that you can see up there, if none of those apply to you, you might be able to just type them in, to be honest, because I can actually type into my browser amazon.com and get onto the amazon.com website, even though my Amazon would be .co.uk. So try that and see. But anyway, these are available over there. So yeah, so these are the books, and at the moment I still only have the single-sided. So these ones are single-sided, just 2 of each pattern. I want to try and do them with the colour on the back. It's just trying to have time to actually get them done because it takes quite a bit of work to get them sorted. So I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But you can have a look through my other pads on there. If you type in iced images, or iced images paper pads onto Amazon, they should come up hopefully. I've put links in the description below for these 2, and the 8.5 by 8.5 and the letter size. So yeah, so that's that. And take a breath. Right, let's have a look. Thank you, Liz. I really do like this pack, I have to say. I really do. So let's have a look. Nicole, you're making Halloween origami for your left wrist. Flapping bats, chatting pumpkins, and biting skulls. Wow, okay. Josie, you wish you had someone in the UK. You could ship the DRK and then pay to have it shipped to me in the US. Really? Okay, Josie. Well, you know what, Josie? Come and join over on my Reddit, and then we'll see, because I might be able to order them for you and then post them over to you. Obviously, you have to pay the postage to post them over. But if you come over to Reddit, reddit.com/icedimagescommunity, if you go over, obviously, you know, sign in, register with them, whatever. It's free to register. Come on the community, and then you can talk to me on there, message me on there, and also leave a comment or whatever. I think you can do a direct message on there. So if you do that, come and talk to me, and we'll see what we can sort out. That goes for anybody who really wants stuff from DRK. Let me know, and I might be able to buy it for you and then ship it out to you. But obviously, you guys would have to pay the postage. So just put that in there. But yeah, if you don't mind doing that, you don't mind paying the postage, then please go ahead, and I can do that for you. Right, so let us make a start. So I'm going to get to this, and this is actually a die from this one here is a die from In Love Art Shop. And so again, I've got another code. I've got loads of codes, me. Iced images all in one word. That gets you 20% off. The other thing as well that I want to let you know, also this is linked down in the description below, is for Coca Rosa. They have very kindly decided that my code ICE20 is now going to get you 25% off. So if you want to look on cocarosastudio.com, if you use my code ICE20, it actually doesn't get you 20% anymore. It gets you 25% off. So that's an extra little extra thing I needed to let you guys know. Right, so let us make a start. Okay, so we are going to need, let me get my scoreboard out. This scoreboard as well, this is a We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard. This is available on DRK Crafts as well. So you could use my code Louise Makes and get 5% off this. So just remember that. Okay, so first of all, you need one piece of base card that is 1 inch by 7 inches. So that's that one. And then you need 2 pieces that are 6.5 by 7. And on the 6.5 inch edge, you're just going to score every 2 inches. So you're going to score 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. Now, I wouldn't go too thick with your card for this, because otherwise it gets quite chunky. I mean, my sample card that I made was quite chunky because the pattern paper is about a 200 GSM. The mat was about probably similar, maybe 180, 200, something like that. And then the base card was about 250. I think this is going to be even chunkier, but anyway, we will see. But you don't go too chunky because it does end up being very thick, which then limits postage. So that is all of that. Hi, Valerie. Okay, so then we need to bring the cutting mat in. If you've got a trimmer, I need to change my blade, otherwise I would have used my trimmer. You can use a trimmer for this. But what we're going to do is, on this one here, which has got the tab, so the little 1/2 inch tab is there, and then you've got your 3 2-inch panels. Then what you want to do is come down this one here, so that's a 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, and then a 1/2 inch tab. That first score line there, you want to come down there and measure and mark at 3.5. So that's there. And then you want to do the same on that edge as well, 3.5. So this is the opposite edge to where the tab is. Okay, now I appreciate you can't see my lines. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our ruler, join up those 2 pencil marks like that, and then we're going to cut from that score line across to the outside like that. Okay, so you're basically cutting that whole panel there in half. We're now going to cut down this score line till we get to that mark, making sure your tab's on the left. So we're coming from the top down that line. It's difficult because I've used red, so I can't fully see what I'm doing. I think it's about there. I'm going to try and make sure that my score line itself is, I'm kind of cutting it off. Ooh, my ruler just moved a tiny bit then, so that's not very helpful. But anyway, that's what you end up with. Okay, then the other piece, so I've got my tab on the left, I want my tab to be on the right. So I'm going to turn it round, tab needs to be on the right, and we're going to cut this top corner here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use this. I'm going to lay it on top, and then I'm just going to make a little mark at the bottom here by the score line, and a little mark over here, like that. And that is going to be pretty much the measurement I want. I mean, it might be a few fraction out, but you know, it's pretty much there. And then we're going to cut down till we reach that score line. And then I'm just going to cut. So I've just turned this around because I want to cut it this way. I can't really cut backwards. So we're cutting this top section out. So we're just going to turn it round. So it's now my bottom section. And we're going to cut down that score line. I'm going to cut just slightly to one side of that score line. So like that. There we go. Turn that back round again. So when I put the two together, I'll just move this out of the way. When I put the two together, you end up with this. So you've got your two tabs in the middle, then your 2 inch, and then your last 2 inch, but you're cutting the top half off. Okay, so these two pieces were here. Okay, so that's what, so you don't need these. You could use these for something else or bin them or whatever. So that is all we need to do for cutting. Let's look in the comments. Hi Mandy, hi Karen. Don't worry, Karen. I was expecting more people to be late because of our clocks going forward, back rather. I was expecting everyone to turn up an hour late, so we've done quite well considering, really. Right. So with this, what we want to do is where the tab is. This is the tab score line. That's going to be a mountain, then a valley, then a mountain. So let's just fold these over and give them a burnish. I don't know if this is it better when our clocks go back for you guys who aren't in the UK, or is it too early? Because I can't, my brain can't fathom out how that works with you. You know what temperature, what time it was for you originally, and what time it is now. Okay, so that's that one, and we're going to do the same with this one. So again, the tab score line is a mountain, then a valley, then a mountain. So yeah, let me know in the comments whether you prefer that our clock's going back. Oh, yours go back this weekend, Karen. Okay, so then for you guys, everything kind of revolves back to normal as far as live stream times. Okay, I just wasn't sure because I know some countries they don't have clocks going backwards and forwards, do they? So yeah, Josie, you were ordering coffee, so you missed what you said. So Josie, what I was saying was I've got a Reddit community. Let me put it back up again. Where's it gone? Somewhere around here. Sorry, my brain's not working. There it is. Right, so I've got a Reddit community, Josie. So if you come over to Reddit, there's the information there, and the information's in the description below as well. Come over to Reddit, join up, sign up, whatever, register for free, and then come over to my community, and you can post on there. You can message me on there. I think you can direct message me on there. And you can just let me know what it is you want me to get. And what I can do is I can actually order those things for you from DRK Crafts, and then post them to you. But obviously, because you can direct message me, it means nobody else has to see your address and whatever. So you can just direct message me on there. And then I can see if I can get those things for you and then send them on to you. Obviously, you'd need to pay postage for me to get them and then for me to send them on. But if you're happy to do that, I'm happy to send them, okay? Because I know it's very difficult. And then I can use, you know, your code and get you a discount or whatever, the 5% code. So yeah, to come over to Reddit, as I said, those details are in the description below, so you can just click on it. Come and join us over there, and then you can message me. I'm pretty sure you can message me directly on there, and then we can go from there and sort that out. Right, okay, so Megan, any tips on cutting with a ruler and blade? Right, so I would say you need to make sure your surface that you're cutting on, so my cutting mat is a little bit shiny, so try and make sure it's not too shiny and slippy. I'd say number one. Number two, I would say because I was sort of eyeing that up from where the score line was, but if you actually measure 2 inches, make a mark, so then you know exactly where 2 inches is, and maybe make a mark at the bottom, you can line up your ruler with the top and the bottom mark. And what I would say is sometimes I struggle sitting down doing it. If I stand up, I can put all my weight onto the card so that then that's not going to go anywhere. I can hold the ruler top and bottom with my, so I can hold the ruler. So I'm going to cut on there. I can hold the ruler like that, put lots of weight on and then cut down. You've just got to be careful you don't knock it. That's all. If you really struggle, you might want to get yourself a trimmer. So on this scoreboard, this is also a trimmer as well. So if I pull this up, turn this over like this, I now have a cutting track. And then that way this cuts for you. And so you don't have to worry about it being wonky. So I would recommend this. I do recommend this one. I mean, obviously now Trimcraft, DRK Crafts have got it on their site. And obviously you can get 5% off because of my code. But I've been using this for a long time and I love this board. I've had quite a few trimmer boards in my time, but this one is definitely my favourite. I mean, you guys would have seen this for ages, so it's not. I'm not just saying this because now you can get a 5% off, because obviously I was recommending it before. So yeah, this is a good one. Right, okay. So hopefully that helps you, Megan. Okay, so now what we need to do is this 1-inch piece is going to stick across. These two tabs are going to stick behind that 1-inch piece. You can use red tape if you want to, but I'm going to go with wet glue for this one, just because I used red tape on my sample card when I was rushing and I kind of went a bit wonky, so I don't want to do that. So we're going to take that and we're going to take our 1-inch strip and we're going to stick it over the top and make sure that it kind of goes where the little lump is, where your score line is. You want to go just to the right of that lump. So it's kind of on the other side of the hump is what you want. Okay, so turn this over like that. And then for the second one, I'm having it upside down and I've got so this is the back of the card. This is the front. I'm going to go ahead, add some more glue onto here. You want to use red tape if you're using tape. And then what I'm going to do, I find it easier if you do it this way round, because then you can line it up. So we're going to turn this over and I'm going to try and line this cut edge up with the edge of that tab that's on the other side. So like that. And then we're just going to turn it over and just make sure, see, it's just gone over the hump a little bit. So I'm going to pull it out slightly. So there will be a slight gap. You want to make sure this is nice and straight, that you haven't got, you know, like one heading up. And it's nice and even. So I'm going to do it, got a bit of glue there. Do it like that. Okay. So I've got a tiny gap between the two tabs, but I don't mind that. That's fine. I'd rather do that and not have it over the edge of the hump. The reason being, when you stick your sentiment topper on the front, you want it to not be, it needs to be slightly bigger than 1 inch, just because then when these come in, you've then still got space for these to tuck in behind the sentiment topper. I mean, if you want to, you can just put them over the top. It's not a big deal. But I like the fact of them tucking under the topper like that. So that's the reason why I did it that way. Okay, so then to decorate. I can, Karen, yes. So this is not finished, but this is the card we're doing. So you would have a sentiment topper on the front here, and then these two wings tuck in behind it, and then it opens up like that, and you've got your sentiment topper on the front. So that's what we're making. I've called it an extended barn door gatefold card. So this is my very rough version. So as you can see, the topper's there, and then it just opens up, and these go behind the topper like that when it's closed. So it just looks quite, you know, it's quite interesting. If you want to just do it like that, you can. I just quite like that finished version. So what's on the inside is actually on the outside. But, you know, it's up to you. There's no hard and fast rule. Okay, so let's have a look. Anne, there are rulers that press down your paper. We Are Memory Keepers have a ruler named Supreme Ruler. Yeah, I have to say, We Are Memory Keepers are a very good brand, and they do have some fabulous ideas. So we'd definitely go and check them out if you can. Right, okay, so let's stick this down. So this piece of mat is 3/4 of an inch by 6 3/4. And this is going to go down that spine there. So I'm going to use tape just because I am using mirror card. And I do not want the mirror to come off when I use Yoo-hoo. Because if I use Yoo-hoo, that's what happens. Right, where's my pin gone? Let me grab my pin. Oh, where is it? Hello? There it is. Let's peel this off. Now this piece as well, because I'm not putting pattern on this, because the pattern would end up being 1/2 inch, which is just a bit too thin for me. You could, and I was toying with the idea of doing this, you could emboss this piece, and I think it would look really nice down the middle, because it's not just plain, it's actually like an embossed mat. and I think that would look really cool. I didn't, just because I knew with it being 6 3/4, most of my embossing folders are smaller than that. They're not as long as that. So that was part of the reason why I didn't do it, and also I didn't have time. So you'll see reflections of it, of me and my light and my camera and things, but never mind. So that's that. Then in total, we're going to need 6 pieces of mat that are 1 3/4 by 6 3/4. And on top of those, you want 6 pattern pieces that are 1.5 by 6.5. So I've got these. So these are the stripe from my paper pad. And then you've got the font as well. So I think I'm gonna put those there, and then these here like that, and then these two I was going to put on the doors. I'm either going to do it that way, or I'm going to do it this way. See, that looks, I think I prefer that way around. It was just a case of whether that stand. Oh, it does stand up. Yeah, we'll do that then. We're going to do it that way around, and then these are going to go on the doors. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down. Megan, yeah, what I wouldn't do, yeah, don't use a plastic ruler. I've done that before, and you end up trimming bits off your ruler, and then your ruler's not straight, and then you end up with not straight edges, and it just doesn't work. It's just not good. It's just not good. So yeah, definitely I'm glad you've got a metal one coming. Metal ones are definitely the way forward. So yeah, right. Let's stick this down. Out of interest, how many people are actually still doing Christmas cards? I'm hoping still to do this 12 days of Christmas thing. However, life has got a little bit more hectic than I was planning. So as yet, I haven't quite got around to it. So it may or may not happen. I'm not really sure. But yeah, let me know if you're still doing. I know some of you have done a finished Christmas. I know some of you are all Christmas up. You've finished. Jobs are good. But I'm still doing Christmas, obviously. And with that in mind as well, because obviously I need to be doing some more digital kits. I've got one that's in the pipeline, but it's not Christmas themed. So I didn't know whether to not bother with any more Christmas digital kits and paper pads because of how late in the year it is. And obviously, you know, it's all the Christmas in July and, you know, that kind of time. It's not really now, is it? So, but then a lot of people still are. So let me know if you want me to do another digital kit that's Christmas themed, or if you actually know it's probably a bit too late for that, because that's fine if it is. I can try and design stuff for maybe next year instead. Okay, so who have we got? Karen, you haven't even started. Okay, so sounds good. Louise, you've made more Christmas cards than what you need. That's good, that's fine. Beth, you're still working on them. Nicole, you haven't even started. Valerie, you've still got to start. November's usually when you start. Okay, cool. Marianne, you do. Yvonne, is it? You might make a few as in less than 10. Okay, yeah. Anne, you're still making Christmas cards. Cool. Ali, you're still making Christmas cards. The flat ones for posting. Yes. Cindy, you're still as well. Are you working on Valentine's, Joanne? Nice. Mandy, you haven't started yet, but don't have to make many. Cool. Deb, okay, you've made what you needed, and then you've given away 12 to enable your help with a job in your house. Cindy, you still need to make more. Yeah. Okay, so the general concept, quite a lot of you then are still making them. That's cool. So then my next question is, do you want another paper kit, paper pad, digital kit, you know, both types? Is Christmas, or is it, oh gosh, that's just snapped, or is it too late for that? So let me know about that, and then I can either put this non-Christmas one on hold, or I can you know, and do it another time. I'm not really sure where everyone's at, because I know some people are super organized and they've managed to sort it all out. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. thinking actually I might be able to stick these with glue, because these panels are big enough. I could possibly stick these down. And I've written on the back of these so I knew where everything went. But I don't think I've been following where they're all going. So let me just see. This is outside. That's inside. That's inside. Okay, so I've not. And this is outside. Ah, that's outside. Okay, so let's keep those for the outside. Let's do the ones that are on the inside. That's a right inside. Yeah, let me know. Also, I was thinking of doing, and I don't know whether I do a separate channel for this because I don't want to confuse people. Because obviously I mainly do tutorials on here, but I was considering doing a channel or some videos. I don't know, maybe once. It won't be that often, I don't think, at the moment, because the way things are happening at the moment, I'm not going to be able to do like a whole heap of videos. But I was thinking about doing one or two, maybe, looking at different. You know, when you go onto like these like AliExpress or Amazon or whatever, and sometimes you see things on there, embellishments or craft tools, or things are just a bit odd, a bit different to normal. And it's like, oh, should I buy that? Should I not? Is that going to be interesting or not interesting? Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing? And so I was wondering about doing a little video, just looking at some of these, maybe 5 each video, maybe look at 5 different ones and look at them on the screen, see whether we think they're going to be cool or not. And then if people think, yes, we want them, then I could buy them. And then we could do another video where I actually test them out, make something with them, and we decide whether they're worth it or not. So yeah, let me know if you think that would be something you'd like to watch. It's a bit different. It's not something that I think anybody else has done, not in the craft world anyway, not in the craft sphere. So let me know if you think that could be interesting. I've seen a few very interesting little embellishments and bits and bobs, which I was like, oh, it's a bit interesting. I wonder if that would be cool. So yeah, let me know. Okay, Beth, you have all the papers you need for Christmas. Yes. Honeywell class, you love all my papers. You want them no matter if they're Christmas or not. Thank you so much. That's very nice. It's very nice of you. Thank you. So I'll probably go non-Christmas, because I do have obviously 4 Christmas pads now. I think I've got 4 Christmas pads, which is quite decent, I think, really, for a small person like me who's not a big company and doesn't have a team and is working alone. I think 4's not bad. Right, so that's where we're up to so far. The gold matting on this card is just beautiful. Ah, thank you. Right, so then on these doors here, you need 2 pieces of mat that are 1 3/4 by 3 1/4, and 2 pieces of pattern that are 1 1/2 by 3, and they are going to go on there like that. So I'm going to stick those down. Karen, you think it better if you bought something and then showed us what it's like? Okay, cool. It's just some of the things. It's like, is it worth getting or not? So I'll have a look and see. Stay tuned for that one. And I didn't know whether to do it on this channel or whether to make a whole separate channel just for that, because obviously, those of you who want to see it, you can go over and see that there. And if you don't, then you don't need to, because obviously I tend to do craft tutorials on this one, because I was thinking about doing like a separate section for travel stuff as well. Because I appreciate not everybody wants to see travel things. So yeah, you just need more ideas, Cindy. Okay, cool. Right, let's get rid of all this tape. Okay, so there's the basis of your card. Now you can do a few things here. So if you want to, you could just stick your sentiment straight on that spine there. Which actually I might have to do, thinking about it, because of the way mine is cut. Okay, so what I was thinking of was to do this as like a top folding card. So then you open it up and then that's where you then put your sentiment. However, because this is uneven and I can't really do an accurate fold without adding extra in, I think that could be tricky. So for that reason, I think I'm going to stick that on like that, and then we'll just have to find where we want to put our sentiment. So I'm going to stick this straight on I'm just going to get a pencil. Where's my pencil gone that I was using earlier? It's gone walkies. Oh, there it is. Right, let me just put this down like this, and I'm just going to make a little mark here and a little mark there, and then a little one there and a little one there, and then that then shows me where I am sticking my red tape. You like my travel videos? Cool, since you're not able to go. I know it's quite nice to be able to see it from the comfort of your own armchair, isn't it, really? I'm just going to put red tape on there. Take it up to here, like that. Trim. And then from this dot here, which is about there, up to the dot at the top, bearing in mind I need to not have stickiness. I'm going to go slightly lower because it's not an even thingammy. Not an even line at the top. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to peel off all of it. I'm going to be really daring. Some may say foolish. And I'm going to peel off all of this. And then we're going to take the greeting and we're going to place it on the top. We need to make sure that's nice and level. So I think it is. It's nice to be nice and level left and right. Nice and level across. I think there. There we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. So then that can tuck behind. So that's how it's going to end up in the envelope. So as you can see, it's a bit chunky. It's kind of forcing it forward because I've got quite a lot of layers there. But yeah, so that's what it looks like that. And then obviously when they get it, I just do that, pop it open, and then it can sit on the mantelpiece like that. So then we just work out where we're going to put our greeting. I think I'm going to put it on the back. I think that probably is the best idea for this one. So I need to cut out some white card. Let me get my white card out, put my pin back again. And I think I might do what I did with that other one, where I put a white piece over there and then maybe white pieces here. So you've got that whole expanse. You can just kind of bend it round. I think that might be the best thing to do. So let's just grab a piece of card. And then I think we are going to need to do, so this bit here is about 1 inch. So I'm going to cut a piece that is just shy of 1 inch. You will end up with a red line, obviously. But I'm going to cut a piece that's just a bit shy of 1 inch, maybe like 7/8 roughly. I mean, it's a little bit, it's not even 7/8 to be fair. Actually, I could make it 7/8. Let's make it 7/8. Oh, it's not long enough. It's not long enough. Oh, let's get this one. Make this 7/8. Let's try again. Take 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7/8, and then we want to go for, I would say, 6 3/4. So that's going to be my middle piece there, like that. And then I'm going to do 2 here. So they need to be 1 and, well, I was doing them 1 3/4, wasn't I? So I think we will go with, I want to butt them right up, really. So 1 3/4. If we go 1 7/8, I reckon that could work. So 2 that are 1 7/8. And then that just means that you can butt it up to that. You can butt it up to that score line there. So this looks more like it's one piece. I mean, it's not, but it's, you know, like that. And I think that will hopefully work. So let's, I'm going to stamp one of these pieces. First of all, let me just grab this. And then I'm going to choose one panel to stamp on. Let's use this one. Ideally, I'd like to stamp in the middle, but I can't. So let's just choose. Let me just move this out of the way because it's in the way right about now. Grab my ink and also a wet wipe. Wipe my stamp down afterwards. And with my wet wipes as well, a little tip. Some of you use cloths, I'm sure, but I do like a wet wipe. So I'm just going to cut it in half and then in half again. So basically quarters. And then that way I'm not using excessive amount of wet wipes and saves money. Saves money, saves everything. There we go. Tiny little piece. You don't need lots because, you know, it's only a little stamp. And I try and reuse it if I can. Right, so that's that. Let us line this up. I'm going to put it there, like that. Press it down. And then let's stamp our little greeting. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. Let's clean our stamp off. Make sure it's all nice and clean. I do like to have a clean stamp. Don't want to leave it dirty. There we go. Let's put that away. That's what you do with your wet wipes, Karen. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it? It's definitely a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. Right, so let's stick this one down. I was just going to go on the right-hand side, I think. I prefer it on the right. I'm not going to put a matte layer on this. I'm just going to stick it straight on because I don't really want to add any more bulk to the card. And also, I don't think it needs it because it's on the back. You know, it's where your message goes. I don't think it needs. Often it does, but in this instance, I don't think it does. And then, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just have one white piece, and then these could be pattern pieces either side. If you wanted not to have loads of white, but I thought if I do loads of white, then if I need to write a bit more than just to so and so from so and so, then I have got the space to do that. So it makes it look a bit more uniform. And then we'll stick this one down like that. There we go. Grab this. Stick that over here. Try and butt it right up to that score line. Make it in line along the top and line along the bottom. And there you go. You've got space to write. So there you go. So there is your card. So that is I'm calling it a 5x7 extended barn door gatefold card. If you say it quick enough, it doesn't sound so long. So that's what it looks like from the front. And then you open it up, and then you've got that. I actually really like this card. I think it's quite nice. I mean, you could put things on here if you wanted to. If you wanted to really play with the whole barn door theme, you might make these into little doors and maybe have little handles on them or something. So, you know, it looks like or have things popping up over the top of, behind, popping up over the top of the door. That might be quite nice. So yeah, you could really go for it. So there you go. So that is the card for today. So I hope you liked it. That's my sample one that I still need to finish. I'm going to finish that off. I'm going to have a look through my dies and see if I can find a really nice male themed die to put on the middle. I mean, if you wanted to do it like that, you could, make that fancy and maybe put a greeting here or put a greeting across the front. You could really do what you want, really. There's lots you could do with it. But yeah, it's quite a cool card and it's not that difficult. So not too difficult, not too fiddly. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. So make sure you go and check out my Reddit community. Go and check out my Amazon shop and also the Etsy shop as well. There's lots on Etsy. If you do go over to DRK, then don't forget to use Louise Makes, which will get you 5% off. If you go over to In Love Arts, you know the codes by now, I'm sure. Iced Images all in one word. And Coca Rosa is Ice 20. It gets 25% off. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So yeah, there you go. It just all helps the channel out. At the moment, I really do need help with helping the channel out. So if you can help me at all, that would be wonderful. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Hit that notification bell, then you won't miss another video. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Next week will be the same time as this week. And yeah, you usually make 4 cards in each design, so this may be one. Fabulous. One thing I think I will do, I've had a request from, I think it was Shannon, no, possibly Shannon? Somebody anyways requested slimline cards. So it's not normally a size or a shape that I make, but I will be doing some. And I think I'm going to do some slimline ones that are flat. Because coming up to Christmas, as I can't remember who it was, someone mentioned about making flat cards. So I might do a little 5 easy slimline cards that you can use for Christmas or whatever, or thank you cards or whatever, notelets, particularly in the new year. If you send thank you cards, it might be useful. Or if you, it was you, Megan. Yeah. So that's what I thought I might do. So yeah. So I think I will try and do that. So there'll be flat ones, just interesting layouts on the front. Might try and encompass a fancy fold that doesn't make it, you know, bulky. Yeah. So leave that with me, and I might try and do that. So thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you again next week. Yeah, and I'll speak to you all then. Hope you have a good week, everybody. See you next time. Bye, everyone.